Hi everybody and welcome to the PlantStock channel. If we haven't met yet, my name is Jesse, and on this channel we try to focus on plant-based companies and stocks, like the very good food company that we're going to talk a little about today, especially regarding a new video that Jeremy from Financial Education released yesterday, where he basically stated that he doesn't enjoy their products, he doesn't enjoy their food. So we're going to talk about that, and I'm just going to give you my opinions, what I feel about that, because what he actually stated also is that he is not going to buy more of their stocks, even though he feels that they're probably trading at a pretty good price now. But because he doesn't enjoy the food right now, he hasn't tried everything, he feels that that wouldn't be a good idea. So we're going to talk a little about that. Before we move on, as always, I would really appreciate an early thumbs up to help spread the video to more people out there. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to do so. If you are interested in plant-based companies like the very good food company, Tattoo Chef, Beyond Meat, or Oatly, to name a few. Don't forget that bell button. Thank you, folks. I truly appreciate your help. But as always, let's first just take a look at the actual stock chart right now. And the Canadian TSXV, we can see that it is around 2.77 Canadian dollars, and it is trading down just about 0.36%. But it did trade down quite a lot yesterday, and I think one of the reasons could be what actually Jeremy talked about. But then overall, we know that the market is really unstable right now, especially now since the whole Evergrande situation in China. I might do a video on that in the next couple of days. But before we talk more about what Jeremy actually stated yesterday, I think it could be a good idea to actually listen to it ourselves. So here you go.
Very good food company, all right? Now, I bought 7,844 shares here. I paid $2.15 there. This is on August 24th there. And then I bought another 2,500 shares at $2.14 there. Now, a very good food company. Let me be very clear about this one. I would love to buy more of it. I really would. The issue I have with the very good food company is I don't like the product. I've tried it. I've gotten multiple different products. I'm going to keep trying their different products. I just haven't had a good experience with their actual food. And so that is literally the main reason why I'm not planning to continue to buy this stock heavily. If I actually started trying the product and I was like, oh, this is pretty good, this is respectable, I would gladly buy more of the stock. Let me be very clear about that. But they have a lot of work to do on their product. Okay, if I look at the other companies I either currently own or have owned in the past in the plant-based space, Beyond Meat, Tattooed Chef. Tattooed Chef, every single product I've ever had from Tattooed Chef, I've either thought it was okay, or I thought it was good. And in terms of Beyond Meat, same exact thing. Everything I've ever had from Beyond Meat, I felt like it was okay or it was good, and I actually liked it, right? The very good food company, I've never even really had anything I thought was okay from that company. And so until they really fix their product, I can't buy more of the stock. I like they've gotten better packaging, they've gotten better branding, they've gotten more distribution, but the product's not there right now, okay, in terms of the quality of taste. And I know quite a bit of vegans out there, and maybe the most diehard of those folks would actually like these products, but they're just not good products right now. They're not putting out a good product, and so until they do that, I have to limit my buying size for a very good food company. As soon as I start trying some of their products and I'm like, dang, this tastes actually really good, believe me, I will buy this stock very, very heavily.
All right, so there you have it. He doesn't enjoy the taste, the flavor, the texture, or whatever. He doesn't enjoy the very good butcher's products. And he says that he's tried multiples, and I don't know what that means, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 of them, I'm not sure. The question is, what I'm wondering about, has he tried the new gluten-free alternatives that are supposed to be meatier, right? But again, yeah, he also states that he knows a lot of vegans out there, and that only the diehard vegans seem to really like the product. I'm wondering how he's actually found that out. So that must mean that a lot of vegans, according to him, doesn't like it. Not sure, because on this channel, I've had plenty of both vegans and heavy duty meat eaters that actually love their products. So stay tuned. We're actually going to look at some reviews on what people actually seem to think about their products. But again, and also, has he tried their cheese products? Well, that's another thing, I guess. Now, first of all, I just want to state, I mean, I love the guy. I have massive respect for him. I think, like most of us here on YouTube, we've learned a lot from him over the years, right? He has a lot of value to deliver to a lot of us. But when it comes to this, what he's talking about here, I don't agree with him. And that's totally fine, right? I'm going to try to explain why that is. And personally, I haven't even tried the products either. I would love to, but I'm down in Sweden, as you know, or way back or away in Sweden. So it's been hard to trying to get them here. I actually contact them, asking them if they could send me a box and I'll pay for it. But they weren't willing to do that. There's something like we don't ship there, but maybe from the UK soon. They're supposed to have some kind of online distribution going on there soon. So hopefully I can do it then. But I do have hundreds and hundreds of subscribers on this channel who are dedicated to the Very Good Butchers, or the Very Good Food Company, right? And I've heard them saying several times that they love their products. Whether they be vegan or not, they really love their products, what they've stated to me, or they think it's really good anyways, right? And I think that's important to remember also. But I want to compare also with what Jeremy is saying, because to some extent, it does seem logical, right? If you state that if you try a product from a company that you have stocks in, or you want to buy more stocks in, or you want to start buying stocks in it, and you don't enjoy it, well, it seems logical then that, okay, if you don't like something, because I know a lot of investors say that if you don't like something from a company, then you probably shouldn't invest in it. But I think it's a bit more complicated than that. And then an example I have for you is Beyond Meat, right? Over the years, I've been eating a couple of Beyond Burgers. And off and on, I've had issues with it, especially the one you buy yourself, because it seems to be a different version that you buy at restaurants. Usually I like them a lot better before anyways. But over the years, I've had issues with it. My family, my girlfriend and her son, they're also vegans. They really love these burgers, the Beyond Burgers. They think it's the absolute best. Granted, they haven't tried the Very Good Food Company yet. We will with time. But they really love them. And I used to feel like I can eat them, but there's something with the flavor. It reminds me too much of the texture, the smell, and the taste. It just felt like it's so meaty that I stopped eating meat 20 years ago, so it doesn't really appeal to me, and I'm not really the target audience, I guess. So I had issues with it. The funny thing is, maybe that, as we know, they improve the burgers over the years. And as of late, the last couple of months, I have started enjoying them more and more, and they might actually start to become one of my favorites now. But just saying, during this time, the last year or so, when I've been eating more of them, and I wasn't enjoying them, several of them, that much. I mean, they were edible, but nothing wow. That still didn't take the decision away from me from actually investing in them, because I truly believed in the company. I believed in the CEO. I believe in their vision, and I know that there's no other plant-based company out there that puts that kind of R&D into their product and trying to make it a better product. And also, it's a lot about the branding, right? So I really believe that in them, and I know that they're targeting meat eaters. So it didn't refrain me from investing in them at all, and I've been investing more and more in them with time. Even though now I do enjoy them more. Again, it's an acquired taste. Now, also, I want to connect it to Peter Lynch and his famous book, as we've talked about a couple of times here. Hope you guys have read it. One Up on Wall Street, right? In that book, Peter Lynch talks about, know your product. You should like your product probably if you're going to invest in them. But he also states something else that I think is important. He also states that if you understand a product, if you understand the market and you understand the culture, what's happening, that people are really loving a product, right? If you're out there shopping, you're looking around, and you can see people are buying this. They're really interested in this, right? Then that's probably a good bet that it could be a really good company. It could be a 10-bagger that he often talks about in his book, right? It's the same thing if we talked about Christopher Meyer's book, 100 Baggers, right? It has to be a product normally that people really rave about or they really love and enjoy. And I think that's the more important thing here, right? I mean, Jeremy is one person, right? And if he doesn't enjoy it, okay, I understand it. I respect that. It's totally his choice if he doesn't want to buy more stocks in it because of that. But it doesn't make sense from where I'm at, right? Because if I'm one person, right? Even like with Beyond Meat, I was one person who at one time didn't enjoy their burgers, right? It wasn't for me. Yet I knew from reviews and people all around me who loved the product. So I just felt like, well, then I can't use my own bias only. Yes, it's my taste buds. I control them. But if I believe that more people out there, way more than just me, are loving a product, then it's going to sell, right? And that's what's important for me. And that's why I think it's important to look at the kind of reviews that the Very Good Butchers, the Very Good Food Company have gotten now in the last couple of years, or if we can see that people are happy with their products. Guys, if you haven't seen my video that I did like 7 months ago, if people love their product, if they're raving about their product, take a look at that in the up right corner, guys. But otherwise, here, if we take a look at their home page, granted, we need to be a little careful with this being their home page. I don't think they would actually cheat on this. I feel that the impression I've gotten of the team, the management team, they seem like genuine, honest people. But you never know, right? So always, obviously, with a grain of salt, take it easy. But here, if we look at the Very Good Burger, about 400 people are really loving this product, almost 5 stars. So basically mostly 5 stars from those people. The Stuffed Beast, 205 stars, right? So they seem happy. The Pepperoni, 5 stars. The Taco Stuffer, 5 stars. And then we have the Very British Banger, almost 5 stars. Most of that's 5 stars. A Smoking Burger, 5 stars of 300 reviews there, right? 5 stars of the Barbecue Pulled Jackfruit. Here we have 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. I mean, it looks pretty interesting. But obviously, this can't be the only one we look at since it is their homepage. We look at then the Very Good Butchers restaurant, right? So Happy Cow is a site where you can actually go looking for food all over the place in the world where they have vegetarian or vegan options or just pure vegan or vegetarian restaurants. So as you know, they have had for many years their own restaurant, the Very Good Butchers restaurant. And here we had 88 reviews over the years, and it's basically just 5 stars. And we have them here. You can go in and read here. Most of them are basically 5 stars. There are some that just gives them a few stars, like 3 or 4, but most of them are definitely really happy here. And then if we want to look at another page, Yelp, as I'm sure most of you are familiar with, the Very Good Butchers, 45 reviews here, about 4.5 stars here in total, right? So that means basically most of them are going to be 5 stars, but not all of them. So that looks good too. You can go in here, read on this yourself. They haven't been on Amazon very long. Right now, this is the ordinary Amazon. It's not their branded page here, but 21 ratings, about 4 there. Okay, so 50% were actually 5-star and 27% 4-star. So they seem very happy with it at the very least. And then there's been, I talked about this in the video, there's several videos here where people are reviewing them and they seem happy with their products here, right? So I think this is a kind of typical indication where culture is, right? Where people around society that's close to this product have been able to try it, that they seem quite happy with this, right? I think that's a good indication. But something I think is even more interesting is their Instagram account here, the Very Good Butchers here. I mean, 81,000 are following this page, right? 81,000 for such a small company. This company right now is under 300 million Canadian dollars, right? Yet They have 81,000 followers. That's a lot for such a small company, right? That actually tells us something about the overall culture around this product, that they really love the brand, they really love the product, or at the very least, they really like the product, right? Because why is this interesting? I've talked about this before. If we take a look at Tattoo Chef, they don't even have half. And Tattoo Chef is a much, much bigger company. I mean, it's a plant-based company, not a fully vegan company, but a plant-based company nonetheless, and they have 33.7 thousand. So not even half, and they are basically 5 to 6 times bigger. They're, I think, about 1.6 to 1.8 billion in valuation, right? And they have a way more in revenue. And to make it even more interesting, take a look at Beyond Meat, the industry leader. They have about 1 million. Yeah, they blow everyone away, of course. Not weird, they are the biggest plant-based company out there, but that's 1 million. That's only 12 to 13 times more followers than the Very Good Food Company. That is extremely much smaller as a company. This company, Beyond Meat, had about 400 million in revenue in December, and the Very Good Food Company had 100 of that, about 4 million, right? So they're basically in revenue 100x more, but only 13x when it comes to how people know about them on Instagram. And that might seem like it doesn't mean anything. I think it means a lot. I think understanding culture, where this is headed, where the trend is headed, is really important. So to conclude this, massive respect again for Jeremy. We know he knows a lot about stocks, but in this instance, I don't agree with him. Folks, let me know down in the comments. I don't think it needs to be that you yourself have to love a product for it to be a company that could do really well. It could be a 10 bagger, 20 bagger, 50 bagger, maybe 100 bagger, who knows. It doesn't mean that you have to like everything about it. Like Tattoo Chef, it's a company that as a company, I think is structured really well, right? But what I don't like about them is that they're not a 100% vegan company, they're not a 100% plant-based company. But I still believe in the company when it comes to that. I do believe that they're going to do really well right now in the next couple of years, for sure. And that's why I can't really relate with what Jeremy is talking about. But hopefully when he tries the gluten-free options, right, they're supposed to be way meatier, and I know a lot of people have said that it actually tastes a lot better, then maybe he'll be more convinced again. But I don't think it should matter for you, because if you really believe in this company long-term, if you really love their products, or you like their products, or if you just feel that you understand the overall culture around it, right? That you understand that it's a popular product and it's in the right time and in the right space, that it could still do really well, whether you as one person or two people like it. It's more important what the general masses think. That's basically what I want to say here. All right, folks. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this. I hope you found some value in today's video. And if you did, make sure to smash that like button. And if you want to keep getting more information regarding this company and other plant-based companies like Tattoo Chef, Beyond Meat, and Oatly, to name a few, make sure to subscribe and don't forget that bell button. Thank you, folks. I truly appreciate your help. And as always, you know, this was not financial advice. These were just my own thoughts and philosophies. It's important that you do your own due diligence and invest safe. Hope to see you soon. Have a great Wednesday and peace out.